Hey guys, welcome back to Gear and Guitars with Mel. As usual, I am Mel, and today what we are taking a look at is this right here. This is the Sawtooth Es Relic electric guitar in Aero blue with tortoise pickguard. There you go. Take a look there. Look, Sawtooth. All right, got your average everyday tuners there. A little aging on the neck. Some buckle rash. And a split seam. I'm not sure what that's about. So this is from Sawtooth Guitars. And they did not supply the guitar for the video. I got this off the website Go DPS Music. And on that website they are $6.79. And I do know that if you get an artist discount there, you could probably get about half off. So you could, if you worked something out with them for some reason, if you were promoting or something like that, I'm pretty sure you could get one of these around $300. But list price is $6.79. And what you're getting is kind of nifty. So you got an alder body. Nothing wrong with an alder body. You hear that motorcycle? You get an alder body, you got a maple neck. What's getting nifty here is it's a sandalwood fretboard. I have honestly never had a guitar with a sandalwood fretboard before. Very rosewood looking, a little on the grayer side, but I also don't condition. I try not to do anything when I first present these. That way, however they're playing and sounding, you know, I've learned that doing little things just like swapping out strings, it's a big help. But if the guitar can't sound good when it's given to you, then that's not the best start right there anyway. So it's got a 12-inch radius, which is good for me because, you know, I'm normally a single cut dude. I say this when you see another Strat style guitar behind me. But yeah, it's a 7-pound guitar with a 12-inch radius, and the neck is comfortable. Frets are good, absolutely. There's I wouldn't say that these are exactly rolled edges, but they're comfortable. They're not the hard edge you get on like some of the older Ibanez and stuff like that. Like I said, tuners are, you know, they got the I think those would be Grover tips, right, at that point. But, you know, regular stock Chinese tuners. This is what you're getting bridge-wise over here. So you're getting the average Chinese aftermarket kind of deal there. You know, Squire bullet, maybe area, something like that. I don't know. I haven't got one in a long time, but not the wham greatest, but definitely does the job. The pickups. See, I know that Sawtooth has an Americana series, and that's actually what I thought that I was rolling for. And those came with some Duncans, some really nice Duncans. These are no Duncans. Now, this doesn't come with Duncans. These are Sawtooth designed. I believe they're Alnico 5, which, you know, I think they're Alnico 5. They're definitely Alnico pickups, but going on, we move. Either your pickup set's going output from like 6.7 to like 625. You know, it's not high output, vintage style Stratty tones. It doesn't sound bad at all. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of some of this, what this has going on here. Let's check it out. So it's got some really good tones in it. I haven't pulled the pick guard off to check out the pickups. I like the look of it. So let's split it, right? Let's go good things. Good things. Pickups sound pretty good to my ears. And I don't know, you guys can tell me what you think in the comments. Do they sound like Duncans? Maybe. Depends on the set, doesn't it? Neck feels incredible. This aging that they do in the back, so it's neat when you get down here because it's like, oh, it feels a little bit. You know what I mean? And up here, you only catch it right at the top of your thumb because it's right there at the top of the neck. It's pretty cool. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable to play. I love a 12-inch radius, so not too far for me. Good resonance sounds good. Let's go with the less than stellar things. This trem, in all fairness, is booty. It does not... Okay, so you talk about setup. You know, you get your nut right. Nice nut on here. It's cut really well. Like the setup is legit, right? But when you have a trem that... So these have little notches, but those notches aren't really defined. They're just little marker spots, okay? And the strings are just kind of sitting on top. The intonation wasn't, I don't think it was really set. It was just kind of got close enough, which is fine. I find it strange that, I mean, you're not going to be able to see it, but one screw on the bridge is not socked down. It's actually up by a good 2 millimeters, which isn't supposed to be, no matter what anybody might say. Well, maybe they did it for Nana. But, you know, I would expect that at a $300 guitar. A little flaming on the neck down here and stuff. It's not a $300 guitar. List price is $679. So that would be my next issue, is that the cost, well, as good as a Squire? Yeah. I mean, maybe not as good as a classic vibe. I like the classic vibes. You guys know that. Not really a Fender dude, but I swear by those. But yeah, you know, like a really nice bullet or nice affinity. It's, you know, just about full Strat body width. It's a little thinner. Like 7 pounds, like I said, nice and light. So that helps the resonance. You know, you really feel it vibrating through. So yeah, I could put it up there with your average Squire, but that's about it. So I'm having a problem. You know, you know how I feel about budget and guitars. You know what I mean? Especially in a Strat style guitar. I'm not trying to knock them. I do like this. I might just do some upgrades. I don't know. And it brings me to my last. The Relicing, aging, whatever you want to call it. It's so generic. I will say they stabbed the crap out of the back of it. I guess that's supposed to be like buckle rash, but it kind of looks like somebody's spouse got angry and took a screwdriver to it. But I have no doubt that it was hand aged. Absolutely. So the Go DPS company, I forget where they're out of. That just happens to be where it came from. I know they're on Amazon. They're all over the place, the Sawtooth. I know they got a different set of guitars going with, was it Michelangelo Badio or something like that, I think? I think I got that right. It's not a terrible guitar at all. It's pretty good. It sounds, and that's okay. So that's where we hit the plus, is that it really does sound all the stuff. Like... the tuning stability could use a little bit, but hey man, not bad if you get it for 300 bucks. I can't abide this at almost 700. I can't. When you can go get a classic vibe Strat, 70s, 50s, whatever, for under 5, you know, and I know the prices are going up everywhere. I see it. But when you can go and do that, it's tough to suggest this to somebody. However, and to some people it's not important, to other people it might just be, you can't get any relicking on a classic vibe unless you beat it up. You know what I mean? And you're talking about thick poly finishes on those and stuff. This is thin. That way it's easy to scratch up. So you get that little bit of, if that's your vibe. I don't really have an opinion on Relic guitars. I think it's nifty. It's not something that I go out of my way for. I've messed around with it a couple of times. First guitar I ever built, I built as a, it wasn't called a Relic back then, but I built it, it was an SG, and I built it to look as beat up and punk as possible because it was for a buddy of mine in a punk band. And that's the, well, it wasn't the first guitar I ever built, but it was the first one of those I ever built. And, you know, I've got my hand in there. It's really difficult, I feel, to Relic a guitar believably. You can scratch off all the edges and stuff all you like, but, you know, if a guitar, it's the key things, right? So if a guitar is old enough and played in enough to have this kind of damage, which it doesn't get just all, the whole, it's not an outline, but they all do it. All the cheap Relics do it, right? And these weird little razor cuts that I guess are supposed to be from picking, but they should have just used a pick. That would have worked better, I think. If a guitar is that worked in, this here is not just a little wear, especially on a Strat style, because your arm's definitely sitting there, no matter what position you're playing it. You know what I mean? If you're playing a Strat, that's what this little relief is for right here. You know what I mean? And then just not a lot of reason that you're going to end up having that kind of like freckling as opposed to buckle rash. But, you know, with that being said, somebody did at the factory take their hands to this guitar and make it look beat up with their hands. It's not a CNC thing. You know, you can tell it was done. You can kind of tell how it was done. I don't know. I wish I knew what this story was. Like, if the guy that's hand relicking these is like, all right, in my head, this guitar was in Memphis, and this guy was, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what this weird little scratch that's just is there for. But okay, let's sum it up, right? Sound-wise, I think it sounds pretty good. I think it's not bad at all. And if it's at a $300 price point, then rock on. I feel like this sits in there with any other guitar for 300 bucks. That 679 tag, I don't get that. I wonder, I don't know, and I don't want to get in trouble, but the way my mind works, I think possibly, what if it's almost like a built-in sale? Like, if you're willing to spend $679, here you go. But if you ask us for a discount, we'll give you one. I don't know. I'm conjecture, right? I'm guessing. But it's weird to me that this could be priced at almost $700. Is it up there with a made in Mexico Strat? No way. And that's, you know, that's your $700. Is it up there with a high-end Epiphone? No way. You know, good guitar, pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the tones, what you think of the look. I do like this Aero blue though. I like this color. Not quite Daphne, not quite Periwinkle, you know. I like it a lot. She's mighty partial to the Periwinkle blue. It is a one-piece neck. I like that. Though, not really much reason for it not to be. But I'm just saying there's no scarf. Which is cool. Not that I'm against the scarf joint. So yeah, I don't know. You guys throw it down in the comments. Tell me what you think. And I'm super curious to know. What do you think of the guitar? As you can hear it through my video, what I've shown you. What do you think of the price? Yeah, I'm super curious. I'm super curious as to what you think. I would also like to point out that this video and all of the clean tones have been played through this Bugera. The Marshall is off. And the reason that I want to make this point is I've been on the, I've been on the boards and stuff like that. Man, people are trashing Bugeras really bad. And I'm like, listen, I know that they had their issues. I had a 6202. I have one of those. I've played plenty of the old Behringers and stuff like that, but Bugera is kind of their own thing. When it comes to the vintage series, they didn't really straight out copy anything. So you got some 6L6s, you got some 12AX7s, hot rod-ish, kinda, but not really, And I think it's great. Everybody's like, oh, you gotta change the tubes. Went and bought a set of tubes. I'm like, man, I'm gonna change them tubes out so it can sound awesome. I never changed them, man. And that nice little drippy reverb. So Bugera, dude, it's a nice amp. Cats are out there selling these things for like the $200 area. If you can get yourself a V55 or a V22 for a couple $100, don't let people, oh man, Bugera suck. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it to you. Thanks for checking out Gear and Guitars with Mel. As usual, I am Mel. We'll see you in the next one.